Hi, I think we should talk. Oh no, the battery's actually kind of low. If you can believe it, I have been filming things, you guys. I've missed you, and I think about you all of the time. All of the time. I actually carry you around all day, every day. I've started needing to keep all my things in this tote, and you are one of all the things. I have filmed some things. They'll probably never make it onto the interwebs, but that explains why the battery is low. I'm seeing if I happen to have oh, this one's broken, a battery I can snap you onto. I haven't been able to find some things recently, and then I was like, wait a minute, maybe it's in your other black backpack. So I just grabbed this one out of the closet that it's been in for a while. Aha, this is not a broken one. I'm gonna try this. This backpack, I don't plan on using anymore, or at least, I don't think I'll be using it anymore. I was looking for my full tripod though. And then I was like, where could it be? In here. Anyway, like I said, it has been a while and let's talk. I can't even remember when we last spoke. 2 months ago. It feels like longer to me than 2 months. It feels like 5 months since we've hung out. Last year, I spoke about having like brain funk. I was like, something is funky. Like, I'm just not feeling like myself. I come to find out, I realized that I was depressed. Now, I did start going to therapy last year. She must have been like wanting to build trust, or, maybe it wasn't, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I can remember her at one point saying like, why do you think that this was this last week? And maybe that was her trying to hint at like, you're depressed. But towards the end of the year, I went into a session and I was like, I think I'm depressed. And she was like, yeah. Anyway, I have spent the first month of the year not feeling depressed. Feeling optimistic about some things going on, but also very sick. After my aunt's final services, so if you didn't catch it, I had an aunt who passed away toward the end of last year. After her services, I got very sick. Not the flu, not the COVID, but some nondescript sickness. And it hung out with me for like a week and a half, so bad. And then I thought I got better. And then I was like, am I getting sick again? But not sick, but fluid ended up in my ears. I had to go to the doctor to deal with that. I thought my vision was like funny. My Michigan doctors couldn't get me in until the end of July, so I went to a North Carolina doctor, and she was like, your left eye has inflammation. So I've since moved up so I have 3 eye doctors in Michigan. I moved up one from my standard August appointment. We made it now to the middle of March. So, depressed for half of last year, but somehow chugging through most of the things. And then January, I was feeling very good mentally, but physically, a lot going on. Oh yeah, there's even more. I had so many doctor's appointments because I had this thing in my gut. I had a CT scan. You guys, I was like, oh, okay, so mentally I'm good now, but physically falling apart. Cool. Everyone though, all of my friends and coworkers have just been saying to me, Katie, you've just got to make it to Mexico. So if you have been around, I had a Punta Cana trip scheduled for last year that I had to cancel because my new kitten ended up having a skin fungus, ringworm. And so I couldn't have a cat sitter come in and care for her. It's contagious, all that stuff. So I canceled that trip. In a few weeks is like the reschedule of that trip. I'm going to Mexico with 2 friends. And after canceling Punta Cana last year and then Thailand last year, everyone's like, you have to make it to Mexico. So fingers crossed, you know, I've been telling everyone, whether I'm taped together or what, Mexico is happening. Luckily, my eye stuff was not an emergency. So that appointment is right the week after Mexico. So this is how that's going to look. All right. So I am flying out to Mexico. It is a 5-day trip. I will then fly back to Charlotte, and then from the Charlotte airport, I will drive to Louisville, Kentucky. I will be there for about 2 days to see a friend who I met when we both lived in Rhode Island. She's just moving to Louisville, Kentucky. So I'll see her for like 2 days, and then I'll drive up to Michigan to stay at my friend's house who I stay with when I need to be in Michigan. And then I will actually work from Michigan and then also have my eye appointment. I joked with my sister and said, when I said I wanted to be a nomad, this isn't exactly how I envisioned it. But, you know, let's be up for anything. So while last year we had some canceled trips, this year we'll at least be making it to Mexico. If you can believe it, this used to be my tech bag at one point in my life. It's so cute. I love the lining. And then at some point, I bought this bag, which is pretty nifty. It was this bag, Kara and Nate use. They each have one. And I was like, yes, let's do this. My issue with this bag though is like, so it's a clamshell, which is I wanted to be able to fully open up the backpack. However, when I'm on a plane, when I'm on a plane, the things I need to get to, I would have to undo all of this and then dig into the black hole abyss. So I never did that. I mean, this is nice because it gives you extra space if you need to overstuff, right? Love that. Thank you for that option. However, I never utilize this space. This hook, for me, tended to get hooked on any netting in the back of the airplane seat. And so I'd always end up going through the clamshell to get into the bag. But the way that this is made is this portion, the top, to get to the top portion of the bag from the clamshell, it zips the opposite direction. So anyway, it just wasn't it. Also, look at all this. All your camera stuff is black. Excuse the bathing suit stuff. Oh, excuse all of that. But all of my camera stuff is black. So now I'm trying to look for things black on black, and I have vision issues. So not in love. Didn't really utilize this all much. How are they using it? But I do have a lot of stuff that needs to be figured out and organized. Also, what came with that bag, I went ahead and I had purchased the camera bag piece, just the smaller piece, which is just filled with stuff. So I need to figure that out too. But last year, in time for my Thailand trip, I ordered this black backpack. This makes it my third black backpack, by the way. Not my third backpack. I have many backpacks. This is my third black backpack. I couldn't figure out another color. But the nice thing about this one is that the inside has this lighter, I mean, it's a dark gray, but it's not solid black. So that is helpful. That'll be helpful. Now, I have used this backpack once. I actually did a work trip in January. So I did get to use this once, and for that one trip, it worked very well. It worked very well. So this is coming with me to Mexico. Now, I don't use this when I go into the office. I bring a cloth bag that gets claps into my suitcase. So anyway, this bag, let me show you some of the features. It has a completely separate laptop compartment, completely separate. So, well, let me zip it up. It'll be a little bit easier, I think. Well, I mean hard because it's, again, I'm trying to show you black on black, but, so it has a full, its own entry. There's no other reason to get into this part. It is just for like the laptop. It is padded for laptop. Okay, then there's this other zip that allows you to get into the clamshell piece of the backpack without opening up the entire backpack for everyone to see what's in there. Love that. Thank you for that zip. And then finally, there's the full open zip. So you see? There's this full open zip. There's some pockets on this side, a zipper on top. There's even a small zip here because you can do it as a messenger bag, so that strap is in there. There's this other piece in here. Oh, and there's this tiny little side so you can, like, I don't know, put your passport in there maybe. I'm liking this one. The only thing is there's no place for me to clip my neck pillow, my travel pillow, I should say. There's no place for me to clip my travel pillow. Oh, here maybe? It's gonna hit me, I think. But maybe, okay, so maybe I'm gonna give this D-ring the try. Because when I go to Mexico, I am bringing a pillow. Not because the flight is long, but because I'll use the pillow also in bed. It does allow you to snap the sides so you can cinch. And over here, this piece opens up so you can fit a bit of a water bottle in there. Now, I will say these front zippers, what am I doing with these? I don't know. But in here, I think I put my earplugs. So that's there. There's nothing much to this top zip. I have Kleenex in there. And then the bottom zip, again, there's this cross piece. Not really doing much in here. And then, but this piece opens up much wider and has additional storage in there. So, you know, if I end up with things to put in there, yay. Right now it's not really used though. It's the inner piece, the inner bit of this bag that I use. So, I mentioned though that I don't take this into like work with me. It is truly a travel bag, including when I travel for work. But then I have a cloth bag for like my laptop and stuff. The only thing is that is just like everything has to come out of here, right? And go into that cloth bag, and it's like there's a lot. Also, someday I might want to carry my own laptop. I mean, if I go nomad, I'm going to have to have my work laptop, and I'm going to have to have my personal laptop. So it's like, Iris just fell. She's sitting in the window. You okay, babe? All of this. So, thank you, algorithms of social media. You brought me another black bag. Da-da-da-da! This one also, there's another, actually I think it's in here. There is this thing, a strap. So you can actually just use this as your bag. So I can put this for like, mainly I'm thinking for work. Blech. I can take this bag and put it in this bag and then still have like my personal laptop here if I want. But this can be its own bag, but what I'm thinking is it will go in my floppy bag that I use for work travel or take into the office. So it's got its own dedicated laptop space, which honestly, let's hope that my laptops fit. One, either my work or, well, definitely my work needs to fit. I should test that out. And then my work needs to fit, and then maybe my personal will fit too, so I can switch it out every once in a while. But the reason that I liked this, so like if my laptop is in here, it also has these pockets. So like one is here, and you can see it has additional, can you see that it has additional storage? And then the other one here, so you can unzip, and you can see I've already put some things in there because I was moving things out of this. And the nice thing about this is once you get your laptop out and you're at the office, which for me is in a conference room, this has magnets, so it snaps together, and then this can sit on the desk, and then I can just get like my pens and pencils and whatever out of here. What do we think? Unfortunately, black was the only color because I needed the largest that this comes in. If I had a smaller computer that I'd be using it for, I could have gotten a very dark green. People, come on. So someone please make a color that I can use. So specifically what I mean is, like, give me more black bags where the inside is bright and I can see inside, you know? Anyway, I do think this will be handy dandy. I'm excited. And I need to start putting stuff in it. But what's challenging for me is like this is all stuff that I would want in Mexico up here. But if I'm thinking of this as more of like a work bag, this wouldn't come with me to Mexico. What do I do? This is why I'm sharing it with you all. What is the solution? Someone help me organize all of this. And like this, because this can go in, I think this, all right, let me, like if I started to use this somewhat, because I am thinking, you guys, call me crazy, because you know, we haven't spoken in 2 months. So why would I need another camera if I haven't spoken to you in 2 months, and I have 2 cameras that I thought I would use more, that I don't use at all. I just use this one. But I want to get, why? You are the problem. You are the problem. Get out. I want to get a snap and shoot camera. I love this camera that I'm filming with right now, but there are just some situations that I think I'd prefer a snap and shoot type camera. That's what this is for. Does it fit in here? Oh, it absolutely fits in here. Oh, it absolutely fits in here with even some additional give. So how do I make all of the camera stuff fit in here? Well, it won't all be able to fit in here if you get the snap and shoot, Katie. But some stuff will. You guys, because I've just got, I mean, I keep stuff in here. I mean, it's all of this. I mean, not all of it, right? This isn't, but like, this is, I got this for Thailand. Just those like, I need to organize. This is something I'll be able to play around with, this organizational setup for this upcoming Mexico, Michigan nomadic 2 weeks that I have upcoming.